The Bride is directed and written by Maggie Gyllenhaal and stars Jessie, Buckley, and Christian Bale. It's a reimagining of the 1935 classic The Bride of Frankenstein, taking inspiration from Bonnie and Clyde and old Hollywood aesthetics. Buckley played multiple characters, and this aspect started out interesting and then grated on me eventually, so as the movie progressed I was a lot less on board with that. Sometimes I liked her performance, and sometimes I didn't. She wasn't enough to compel me for the whole film. The huge problem is that it has a bad script. I know this sounds harsh, but honestly, in my opinion, the script was stupid. And I feel like it made Buckley's performance, in turn, seem stupid. I see some potential for her Ida character to have more depth, and it's frustrating that she doesn't, due to the film's poor execution. The plot of The Bride was wearing on me. As the story goes along, it just gets more dumb and pointless feeling. I didn't like the pacing. As a whole, the movie feels weirdly flat, and not compelling or well carried out in many facets. And the different aspects of the film don't come together into something cohesive. As far as the script goes, I will say it was interesting that sometimes something that happened, or a line of dialogue that was said, would make me roll my eyes, but then occasionally as the movie kept going, that eye-rolling aspect was rectified or justified, so I can give it props for that. But overall, the writing didn't work or pay off. Annette Bening is good here, but she wasn't in enough scenes. I was happy every time her character showed up, but she's not a main character. Jake Gyllenhaal was also good, and his part was fun and paired with the old Hollywood aesthetics that were utilized throughout the film. The imagery was actually pretty interesting in some places, like within the framing device, as well as toward the beginning when there were some anachronisms in the set design and music. These were strange, but weirdly worked. I liked all the musical dance scenes, which had artistic merit and surrealist elements, but these were mostly only at the beginning, unfortunately. And in the case of the anachronistic dance scene, it leaned back into being period appropriate pretty quickly. So I wish it had committed more to the clashing aspects. And I wish that there were overall more musically and visually interesting scenes throughout the movie. I really feel like The Bride holds back on stylistic swings, unfortunately. I wanted more instances of noteworthy editing and cinematography. There are some interesting shots and effects, but I don't understand why they didn't deliver on that energy throughout the whole thing. And again, the script was horrible. For me to think a movie is at a minimum interesting, I need one of these things to be good, or at least better. The stylistic elements or the script. For example, take the movie Him. I think Him has a really sparse and lacking script. However, the editing and cinematography are awesome and pretty interesting to behold. I went into The Bride feeling hopeful and wanting it to perhaps be a Him situation. A critically panned movie where my opinion ends up being bad script, excellent editing, and interesting artistic elements. But The Bride is just bad script, not nearly enough good or interesting artistic elements. I can see how maybe it's trying to be camp, but it doesn't go far enough in its campy elements to actually achieve this. Lastly, the themes of the movie do not become cohesive, so I don't really know or care about what this movie is trying to say. It feels like a pointless exercise to me. And if it's not really trying to say anything and it's just trying to be a cool time, it fails at that too, by not going stylistically far enough. Comment and let me know what you thought of The Bride if you saw it, and check out one of these videos for more from me. Bye!